Hi guys, I'm Charity, and I'm going to be guiding you through a Hatha little Vinyasa series. It's my favorite. It's really a good way to practice living. When you go through the asana with me today, you can also take asana into your regular life, which is pretty awesome. So we'll get there. But we'll start with our hands at heart center. And roll your shoulders up and back a little bit. Tuck your tailbone slightly and engage your core just a little. Close your eyes, go inward, and just ask yourself what your intention is for this practice. And then we'll take a breath for that intention because we do believe in manifesting while we practice. So take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold at the top for 3, 2, 1, open mouth, exhale. Let any expectations go that you maybe are holding on to. We'll do it again for yourself. Deep breath in. Fill all the way up and hold a little longer. 4, 3, 2, 1, open mouth, exhale. Let it go, release the hands down. And we'll start our Sun A really slow to warm up the body. Just make sure your core is engaged the entire time to help you. Reach the arms up high on your inhale. I like to bring the pinkies inward a little bit. Reach up high and then maybe take it back, a little back bend. If you want, you can modify. Bend the elbows, push the hips forward. Lift up through the heart, head drops back a little bit. Go as deep as you want. And then reach back up high for Siddhasana. Let's melt our hands through heart center. Slowly go forward on your exhale. Forward fold. You can always bend the knees here if that helps. We'll find a little halfway lift. You can rest your palms right on the shins. Shoulders away from the ears. A really flat back here. And we'll squat down and curl by tenting the fingertips into your mat. Lifting the heels really high, dropping your hips down to your heels. And now I can't talk during this, but you're going to tuck your chin and bring your forehead into your knees and round, which is really good for the spine, entire body. And now we'll flow one breath, one movement. Inhale, heels down, rise up Tadasana. Again, pinkies inward. Good. Exhale, Anuvatasana, little back bend, let something go. Reach back up high when you're ready. Exhale, melt your hands through heart center. I like to let the heart lead as I fold. Good. Tuck the chin. Halfway lift, inhale. Little flat back again. Flat spine. And we'll do the same thing. Round, tuck, and curl. Again, extremely good for the thyroid. All that stuff. Heels down. Rise all the way back up. We're going to go ahead and find Steeple Mudra above the head. Palms touch. Interlace your fingers, but just release those index fingers and squeeze the heels of your palms together. Now reach up high by bringing the arms back. Reach up and out of the waist on an inhale. Point stretch to the right slowly on an exhale. Keep the chin lifted, shoulders square. To modify, you can bring your hand down on your waist or here, or keep that steeple mudra. Right arm pulls, and you're just going to hold with your arms back. 3, 2, and 1. Rise up, reach up and out of your waist again. Take a breath in. Exhale, point stretch to the left. So same thing, if you want to bring that arm down, you can. This is strengthening and lengthening your side bodies. So good for the spine. Reach and then reach back up high. And maybe just take it back if you want. You can always skip your back bends. Reach back up high. And we'll just fold forward on that exhale, which should feel good after that little back bend. Nice counter stretch. I'm going to sit now and reach up high for chair pose. In chair pose, you want to activate the arms up back by your ears. And you want the weight in your heels, and you want a slight little tuck here in your hips, but not too much. Core's really tight. Reach back up high. We're going to find the eagle, so identify that left arm. Drop the left arm underneath the right, crossing at the elbows, wrists, palms touch. And you can always grab the shoulders. That's totally fine. We're going to bring the weight into the right foot and slowly lift the left leg high. It's okay if you fall out. I do it all the time, up and over. Bring the left hip back, right hip forward, square the hips. The foot could come down like a kickstand. It can stay up, or you can do a little double wrap. And the lower you sit, the easier it is to balance. I know that sounds a little weird. And the more you stimulate all 12 major joints in the body. That's 3. Try to hold. You can always bring the elbows down to meet the knees. 2. Keep those eagle arms. Let's balance. Lift the left knee high. Hold. Find your balance. Eagle, bound, airplane. Keep the eagle arms. Send that left leg back. Lift it up, hip height. Flex the foot to activate the heel. Slight up dog in the heart. Left hip down, okay? Bring your hands to heart center. Look at one thing in front of you if you have a hard time balancing like I do sometimes. Stay here or just reach all the way forward so you open up the lung capacity. It's a little harder, really speeding up the heart rate here for 3, 2, 1. Feet touch, reach high. And just bring your hands back to your heart center. Reground, regroup. Find a deep breath in. And open mouth, exhale, release the hands down. Good, another deep breath in, fill up all the way. And then open mouth, exhale, let go of whatever doesn't serve you. And we'll continue, reach the arms high this time. Exhale, airplane arms, Utkatasana, chair pose, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Slight up dog in the heart, weight in the heels and sit a little lower. Good, reach up high. Identify the left arm this time. Drop the left arm underneath the right arm, crossing at the elbows, ribs, palms touch, or you can grab the shoulders, weight in the left foot, right knee's gonna lift like you're in honey, really slow. Up and over. For eagle pose, square the hips, and that foot can come down as a kickstand. Lots of modifications in this pose. And again, the lower you sit, the easier it is to balance. 3, 2, 1. Right knee lifts really slow like you're underwater. Sweep that leg all the way back. It needs to lift up about hip height. Flex the foot like you're stamping it into the back wall. And hands to heart center. Slight little up dog in the hearts. Stay here or just reach to the wall in front of you. 3, 2, and 1. Feet touch, reach high. And just bring my hands to heart and regroup again. I like to press my thumbs into my sternum, my heart, so I can connect with my heart, feel it beating, find my breath. Deep breath in, fill up with your intention. Exhale, release the hands down. Reach the arms high to listen. Exhale, fold forward. Let the heart lead again if you want. You can bend the knees for your forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, this time we're going to plant palms and step back to a high plank. Of course, you can bring the knees down and modify. Otherwise, in your high plank, make sure your hips are lifted about shoulder height so you don't hurt the spine, the lumbar spine. You can rock a little bit. Side plank, left hand is your foundation. Center of the mat. Rotate to the right, step, bone on bone, maybe heel on heel, knee on knee. Lift that right arm high, lift the rib cage high. If you want to lift a foot, play around, you can. Or you can always bring that left knee down to modify for 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center, high plank, and we'll do the other side. Right hand foundation. Same thing, stack bone on bone if you want to. You can always separate the feet to modify. Lift those hips high, maybe a leg high. 3, 2, and 1. Back to a high plank, and we'll simply find downward facing dog. You can pedal out the legs here, which I like to do. And separate your fingers too. You want to press the L of your hands into the mat and push your heart down and back. And again, you can sway side to side. Take a deep breath in your down dog. Open mouth, exhale, let go. All right, before we move on, take another deep breath in your down dog. Open mouth, exhale. Push the down back, relax the head and neck. Let's let that right leg really high. Maybe up and out of alignment, and then bend the knee. If this doesn't serve you, come back to down dog, or maybe just play around. I like to make big circles with the knee and just kind of open up through the hip area. More weight in the right hand, wide, because I can really open up without falling over, get more flexibility. All right, let's extend that like three-leg dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Tuck your chin, bring your knee to your nose, really round and curl. Lift that leg back up high. Exhale, low lunge. So just bring that foot in between your hands. You can bring them back, knee down to steady yourself, or not, because we're going to find crescent lunge. You can modify or not. Back knee off the mat. Reach up high. Sit low into that lunge. I'm also bringing that left hip a little forward, pushing through the ball of my back foot. I'm going to sit just a little bit lower and bring my hands to heart center. Find your breath. Stay low in the lunge. Lengthen the spine first. It can be just a half inch. And then on your exhale, twist to the right, elbow outside edge of your knee. And that right elbow is not going to collapse, right? We're going to bring elbow on top of elbow in a straight line. You can stay here. You can open your arms to fly. You can take that half or full binds. Keep twisting, torso high, baby gaze up for 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to find Krasarita because it's a nice counter stretch after that. Walk to the middle of your mat. And again, the legs could be bent here, but you want to make sure your toes are coming inward to protect your beautiful knees. Bring your hands down for a wide-legged down dog. Or you can grab the outside edges of your feet. Or you can always move into a beautiful little inversion. Maybe a headstand of your joints. That blood flow to the brain and so good for you. But you're upside down anyway, so you don't have to take it this far. You're still getting the same benefits here as you would with just having a little fun there. All right, let's open the arms out wide, rise up to star pose, reaching up 45 degrees, heels in, toes out. And then here I just like to take it back a little bit, really open up, drop the head. Reach up, and we'll find our Vira to Warrior 2. So bring the toes forward, heel to arch alignment. Left toes are up a little bit, and then the arms come in one beautiful line. And you want to make sure that I have a little injury in my right hip, so I'm not going to come too low today. But you want to make sure the knee's not falling in, but you're actually pushing it out. Okay, back arm in line with the front, and the shoulders relax, but engage the core at the same time. Peaceful face, stay low, and then just take it back. Reverse the warrior. You can bring this left hand, do a little wrap, reach up high, open the rib cage, stay low, and we'll find an extended side angle, which I want to modify on this side. Elbow to thigh, left arm high, tuck the tailbone, and keep lifting through the rib cage. Maybe even look up, half or full binds. Welcome. 3, 2, run and lunge. Hands on the middle or on the inside part of your right foot, toe heel it out. That back knee is coming down. And this is a hip opener, which is so good for your practice, your body. It makes a big difference throughout your day, releases stress. So again, hands on the inside part of your right foot, palms, or, on this side I can't do it because I have an injury. You can come down to one or both forearms, okay? But the idea is to get into that hip, close your eyes, send breath into that area, and find calmness. Slow down the heart rate when you do it. Like it's almost like you're meditating. If it's hard, you're making an uncomfortable situation more comfortable by surrendering and letting go. Yeah? So just try it. Take a few breaths. Good. And we'll rise back up to the palms if you're not already there like I am. Step that right foot back. And then I'll just find downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Loud open mouth exhale. Push the heart down and back if you want. Rotate the shoulders in. Another deep breath in. And open mouth exhale. Really settle in. We'll lift that left leg high. Even out the body. And again, maybe bend that knee. You can stay here if this feels amazing. Or circles with the knee. Whatever's best for you. Then reach that left leg back up high. Inhale. Knee to nose. Exhale, round and curl. Hold 3, 2, 1 leg high. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. And again, you can bring that back knee down to modify for your crescent lunge, or you can lift it, reach the arms high, and then settle into that lunge, pushing through the back heel here. Good. Bring your hands to heart center. Sit a little lower if you can, but lengthen the spine, then twist to the left, elbow outside edge of your knee, stacking the elbows in one line. You can look at the ground for more balance, or you can look all the way up towards the sky. Really lift that torso high for 3. Again, you can always open the arms if you want to. And 1, and we'll find that Prasarita on the other side. Again, you can do the same thing on the other side. Or maybe even interlacing your hands behind you, getting into the shoulders a little bit. So you can always bring the hands down. Just slowing it down here, really good for your spine, back of the body, fresh blood into the brain again. We'll open the arms wide, your eyes up to start. Reaching up 45 degrees. You can take it back or not. Just extend, reach up higher under inhale. Exhale back to warrior 2, but other side, which I might have an easier time doing on this side. Back toe up. Okay, it's important. Heel to arch alignment. Arms in one straight line. So sometimes I even look back and make sure the right arms line up the front. Soften the shoulders, sit low. Take a deep breath in. Hold on the exhale. Then reach up high, reverse the warrior, a little to the weight in that backhand, or you can do a little half pliance. Wherever you want to go. Reach up high, opening the lung capacity again. Exhale, unmodified extended side angle. So that elbow right on the thigh right here. Reach that right arm high. You can modify, you can go wherever you want to go here. Last 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and bring our hands to the inside part of the left foot for runner's lunge on the other side. And again, this side is a little easier for me. So instead of staying on my palms, I might come down to one or both forearms. And then maybe making an uncomfortable situation more comfortable by surrendering and using your breath and just coming into the pose slowly so you can reap the benefits. So usually I would hold you guys here for maybe 15 inhales, exhales. So take your time in this posture. And when you're ready to come out, come up really slow. Come into the palms, and we'll step that left foot back, high plank. And from here, you can do a chaturanga. Remember, we're going to mix a little vinyasa or push back to down dog. For our chaturanga, we're going to slide forward an inch with one line with the body, lower halfway down or all the way down, elbows in. Find an upward facing dog. Take your time and maybe lift the chin really high. Should feel pretty good. You can wiggle the hips. And then roll over the feet back to downward facing dog, where you're going to find your home, your breath. Deep breath in. Loud open mouth exhale, let go. Great, so we're going to add a little balance from here since this is a slow Hatha. And a little Vinyasa. Deep breath in, fill up again. And take your time, open mouth, exhale. Hello. All right, right leg high again. Inhale, flex the foot, square the hips. Go ahead and bring that knee to that right elbow. Try to bring it higher than your elbow. So one day you might be able to fly. 3, 2, 1, knee to nose. 3, 2, 1. Step through slowly. That's really good for the core. Back foot 45 degrees for our warrior one. So I like to bring my hands to my hips first. This isn't my favorite posture, but it's really good for you. Back toes are coming up. I toe heel my foot out a little bit to modify. I'm going to bring my left hip forward, right hip back, sit low, push through that back heel, reach up high for warrior one. All right, we're going to get into the shoulders, interlace the hands behind you first. Keep pushing this hip forward as you do that. And lift up through the heart, pushing those knuckles back into the earth. You can go deeper than this, of course. Exhale, humble. Warrior, you're going to try to bring your shoulder near your right knee, but also keep that left hip coming forward at the same time, and that shoulder can come to the inside part of the knee, on top of the knee. Okay, again, I have an injury on the side, so not going that deep here. Let the knuckles pull you back up to warrior one. Reach back up high. Plan your breath. We're going to find a little balance from here. So bring the left elbow into the side for dancers. Right palm forward, left palm up. Remember, I like to tell all my students, grab the inside part of your foot, not outside. So we're going to lift that left knee, grab the inside part of the foot. Bring the knees back to touch to establish your balance. Don't move on until you find balance. And then when you find balance, just go really slow. Look at one thing in front of you. Make sure that you're kicking up high. And the more you kick high, the more you're going to find balance. Right arm high, 3. Try to kick into the shoulder even more, 2. Maybe just a little higher, finding your edge. And then coming out slowly, but shake it out. Shake it out. That's a lot of cardio. You can skip your running later because that did it for you. Hands back to heart center and regroup. Come back to what's important to you. Okay, your attention. Deep breath in, fill up with it. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. One more time, deep breath in for your practice. Open mouth, exhale, ease the hands down by your sides. We'll move into our sun A, slowly reach high again. Exhale, little back bend, let something go. Reach back up high, pinkies in, let the heart lead. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale, little flat back again. Exhale, high plank. You have the option to do a chaturanga from here or push back to down dog. So slide forward and into lower, halfway down, elbows in. Upward facing dog. Inhale. And again, I like to wiggle the hips a little bit here. It feels really good in the spine, the hip area. When you're ready, roll over the feet, downward facing dog. We'll do that other side. First, take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let all of it go. Other side. Left leg high, inhale. All right, knee to left elbow. Again, we're going to try to bring it up higher than the elbow so you can fly perhaps one day. 3, 2, 1. So good for the core. Knee to nose, really round. 3, 2, 1. Slowly step it through back to 45 degrees. And we're back to our warrior one. And again, I like to adjust. Not my favorite posture, but it's so good for your legs. And we're going to square the hips, back toe up, reach up high. Sit low, interlace the hands behind you as you bring the right hip forward. Stay low as you lift the heart high. Knuckles into the earth. You can go further than this. Exhale, humble your warrior. Shoulder to the knee or inside. Make sure that right hip is coming forward. You might be going into this a little bit more than the other side. Each side's different. And let the knuckles pull you back up to a standing warrior one. And we'll do that dancers on the other side. Right elbow into the side. You have to step out a few times to get this perfect. Just bend that right knee, grab the inside part of your foot. Knees back together, establish your balance first. Find your breath. And when you're ready, keep that knee in, don't let it come out too much. 5. If you fall out, don't worry. We're going to keep the left arm high. And then when you find balance here, pick higher and higher and higher and higher. 3, 2, and 1. I like to shake that out a little bit. This speeds up the heart a lot. And when you're ready, hands back to heart center. Come back to your breath, so important. Come back to your intention. This is like therapy, gym, and church all in one. You get to multitask. Deep breath in. Exhale and hands down. Reach up high, Tadasana. And this time we'll just fold forward, hardly go slow. Little halfway lift, inhale, flat back. And we'll do our last chaturanga. Step back or down dog. Slide forward just an inch slower, halfway down, elbows in. And you can hold this for a few seconds or come all the way down. Upward facing dog. Opening the heart chakra, throat chakra. And finding downward facing dog. And from here, we're going to slow it down, move into our half pigeon. Another hippoker, one of my favorites. Again, I'm going to have to modify on the right side, right leg high. Exhale, bring the knee to the right side edge of the mat, behind the right wrist. And then extend the left leg long. And to this day, you guys, I still have to look back at my leg and make sure it's in line, even the foot. And then I'm going to flex this right foot to protect the right knee. And I know there's a lot of steps here, but you want to get it right. Square the hips. You can come to the palms. Again, I have that injury, so this is where I'm going to stay probably. Or you can come down to your forearms. And I'll do this real quick just to demonstrate. You can all come all the way down to your forehead. And you just want to relax, close your eyes. Prop it for about 2 minutes. So I would usually leave my students there for a good minute or two because we release so much stress through the hips. It's scientifically proved, it's good for you, and you feel lighter afterwards. But you do want to surrender and hold this for a little while as you slow down the hearts. And you'll let so much go through the hip. It's like therapy. It's crazy. When you're ready, come back up to the palms, tuck the left toe underneath you, and lift that right leg really high, shake it out. Come back to down dog, or some people like to flip their dog for a little heart opener. So bring that right foot down, little back bend, reach that right arm to the mirror, fellow the drum ball head really back. And if that's okay, you can maybe even grab for that ankle to open up even more through the heart. And then come back to down dog. Shake out or pedal out your legs, wag the tail. Come back to your breath. Left leg high, half pigeon slowly on the other side. The slower you move, the better setup you're going to have. So again, I look back. Make sure the foot's in line, square the hips, flex the left foot. Try to bring the shin as parallel as you can on the front edge of the mat. I'm not that flexible today. But as long as you feel it, you're doing the work. Come to the palms, forearms, or all the way down to the forehead. And you simply, again, want to find meditation. Close your eyes, soften. I see some people just really softening into this and surrender for a good 2 minutes. And then when you're ready, come back up to the palms, tuck the right toes, engage the core. Left leg high, inhale. And again, you put it back to down dog. Don't make it to split that dog any other side and that foot down. Left arm to the mirror, or you can grab for the ankle. 3, 2, and 1. Back to down dog. And then from here, we'll take another deep breath in. Loud open mouth exhale. Walk to the top of your mat. Have a seat. And extend the legs out in front of you for our forward fold. So this is really good for the entire entire back body. Actually feels really good eventually, maybe not at first. I still bend my knees to start with, so go ahead and bend your knees. Reach up high, flex the feet, and fold forward, grab the outside edges of the feet. So I bend my knees because a lot of people can't do that without bending their knees. Then I like to shimmy and shuffle my booty back and out until my legs go as straight as they can without hurting myself. You still want to feel it, of course. Close the eyes and find meditation. Elbows, you see them coming down. Now you can lift up a little bit on a halfway, like a balloon lifting up, riding the wave of your breath is what I call it. Exhale, fold even more. Again, lift up on the inhale just a little bit, create an inch. Exhale, fold even more. And again, you can do that 5 times. You can hold this for 20 seconds. Just make sure you're relaxing and slowing down, even though you feel that tremendous stretch. When you rise up, come slowly, reach out in front of you. Engage the core. I like to bend the knees and lower down slowly. Or you can flop down like I do sometimes. Bring the knees into the heart. Give yourself a little squeeze. Maybe rock the knees side to side, massaging your tailbone. We're going to go ahead and extend that right legs forward for winged removing pose. Interlace your hands underneath the left knee. Pull that knee to the left. And then pull it up into your left armpit really tightly. So I'm using, my arm straight. So pull and stop the circulation in the knee and hip here. So I'm really pulling wide. So when you release, fresh blood and oxygen flows back into those areas. It's so good for you. So here, we're going to find a supine twist by gently grabbing that knee and bringing it over to the side, left arm long, and then gaze to the left, opposite of where the knee goes, to create a little twist in the spine. So we're actually detoxifying the spine here, relaxing. I like to breathe in a lot of gratitude at this point, even if it's hard for you to breathe in gratitude. Breathe it in anyways, into the spine area. I swear to God, you'll age backwards. And again, take a few moments here. I would usually let you stay longer, but we're going to switch it out. So just bring the knees back in. Again, you can rock, you can find happy baby. And then we'll go ahead and do that other side. So extend the left leg long. And I'm going to pull a little less tight as an injury, but if you don't, pull tight. And then cut off the circulation. Stay for about 10 seconds here. When you're ready for your supine twist, slowly guide the knee over to the left. And make sure both shoulders are on the mat. Extend the right arm long. And again, you're going to gaze opposite of where this knee goes to create that twist in the spine, which is very detoxifying and so good for the spine. And again, I want to hold you balanced here for about a minute. It's so good to breathe in gratitude here because we're aging backwards. Gratitude for the day, for yoga, and then come back to center when you're ready. There's no rush. I could be rushing you. And I like to give myself a squeeze after practice, actually a hug, because it starts with you. You guys just worked your booties off, so love yourself, hug yourself, maybe even kiss your left or right knee. Remember, it starts with you. Deep breath in, know how powerful you are. Squeeze. Shavasana on the exhale. I like to, it's called as nap pose. Take up space, palms up towards the universe, and completely relax, letting the natural curvatures of the body melt into Mother Earth so you feel connect. And again, I would leave you guys here, so please stay for about 5 minutes. You're going to come back to your breath first. And then with each Exhale, sink more into the earth, feeling safe and supported. And the longer you stay in silence, meditation here, the more you reap the benefits of the last hour. So again, stay as long as you want. When you're ready to wake the body, you can just wiggle the fingertips, the toes a little bit, maybe circles with the wrists. Nice good morning stretch. It usually feels really good with the heart. Point the toes. I'm going to bring the knees in. Roll to one side for a quick fetal. I like to evaluate students to feel before we end because it's like a new start. It's like we're starting over. We just did yoga. We have a fresh new day in front of us. So just like a fetal position, left hand on the earth. Breathe in gratitude. Then on the exhale, come to a crisscross or knees. Doesn't matter. Just a comfortable seated position. We'll bring our hands back to our heart center. Come back to yourself. And come back to manifesting your intention. So breathe that in. That's why we practice. And send it out to the universe. Open mouth, exhale. Thank you so much for being here, being my light, my teacher. I bow to you guys. I hope this helped you today. Bring your thumbs up to the third eye. That light within you is so knowing. And I'm bowing to you. Namaste. Thank you. Again, I'm Charity. Come to my classes at Indy. All the teachers here are wonderful, and we'll be doing lots of online classes from now on, so we've got you. Thank you.